Totally. But that doesn't mean you throw out all the good pieces.
Okay.
I want you to tuck away your Morgan Riley frustration.
Yeah, okay.
I want
Morgan
you to
Riley
tuck it away.
frustration. Dubas frustration a little bit here. Where are we going?
Okay.
I'm down to go. I want you to be successful. Tell me where we're going.
I want you to take the okay, so right now you got your advent calendar of Dubas frustration.
I'm ready.
And I need you to put the Morgan Riley candy back.
Okay.
And I need you to grab the Jared McCann box. You're allowed to open that today.
I'm allowed to open that today?
Oh, yeah.
Don't you think that's a little early to be opening that?
No. I think we're right on time with that box.
Really?
Because he rules, and the entire defense, people got it wrong. They looked at Alex Kerfoot, and they're like, he's not Jared McCann.
Explain the context here first.
Yeah, okay. So the Leafs trade for Jared McCann, and then 3 days later, expose him in the expansion draft, and he goes to the Seattle Kraken, confusing a lot of people. Now, they only gave up Philip Hollander in a 7th, and the logic to management was, well, we're only giving up Hollander in a 7th. What Leaf fans wanted is the Leafs to protect Kerfoot. That was was to protect McCann over Kerfoot. That was never going to happen, because Leaf fans often forget Kerfoot was not protected in the expansion draft.
Mm-hmm.
It was Matthews, Marner, Tavares, Nylander up front. 4. Back end, Riley, Muzzin, Brody, Hall. It was to protect Hall. That's why.
Which I raised questions about and was called a fucking idiot for.
Yeah, but then you look at all the contracts defensemen are getting, $8-9 million bucks, and you see Hall at $2 million, and you're like, is he any of those guys? No.
But
is he $2 million? Probably.
Can you replace him for less than $2 million or $2 million?
No.
Probably
and you probably
not.
couldn't.
Like,
right?
unless
Which I got.
You draft the guy, and his name is Timothy Liljegren, and it's very difficult. The second he started the season like garbage and then became a healthy scratch, I was like, all right, we're allowed to be mad about Jared McCann.
Yeah, but that's just Curtis McElhinney again. He made the right decision, and then in hindsight, it just turned out the other guy is playing better.
I think with him, though, I said it during this, like you have him as your third line center. The Leafs group looks so much different, right?
I just wish someone in those few days, didn't even have to be from the Leafs organization, but they could have leaked it, for crying out loud. I just wish someone laid it out in plain English. Here's what the Leafs are doing here. They're going to lose Jared McCann. Do not get your hopes up about this or anything ever. Like, that's all. Because they got him, and I'm like, that's great. They got a good player. Isn't it great when they get a great player? Good. Hey. And they allowed me to be happy about it, only to take it away at a time where this fan base was so dejected. Literally, the next thing they did after getting eliminated by the Habs was going, here's a guy, he's pretty good, he's gone. Thanks for exactly nothing. You know what I mean? Jared McCann holds a special place in Leaf fans' hearts and in their frustrations, because they all thought, hey, here's this nice thing after the worst thing we've seen as fans, and we had it taken away.
Well, I
understand the logic.
I have it in my notes here, by the way.
But emotionally, fuck it. I hate that whole thing and how it happened. Now all we need is for Hollander to be amazing for the Penguins. It's gonna happen.
I have it in my notes here that I don't think it's fair to go in on that decision just yet. And the reason I know, and I was the one that was against it. But to me, you know, if you're going to keep Justin Holl, and Jesse mentioned the reasons there, and they make a lot of sense. You know, I get the frustration. I mean, we all saw the clip of him slowing up before the blue line, putting Matthews offside. Matthews getting mad.
Screaming at him.
Keefe holding him out of the lineup, saying we're not going to put him back in until we build him back up. And Timothy and Rasmus look like they belong. But I think maybe it's a little premature, because you do need depth on D. People do get injured in the playoffs. And wouldn't it be nice if the Leafs had a problem of too many great defensemen pushing each other out of the lineup, which we never have? So I as much as I was not for it in the summer, now that we're here, I'm gonna wait this one out too damn early. I'm sure Justin Holl by game 35 will be just fine.
Yeah, on the Sabres.
He's not going to be on the Sabres. I do want to say this, and this is from Dom Lecision's article.
Boo!
He said, and he was talking about the four teams with terrible starts: Colorado, Vegas, Tampa, Toronto. And he said, Toronto's getting chances for the most part. The team just isn't scoring. Through their first 7 games, the Leafs already had 12 fewer goals than expected. That will regress. The team has too much talent for it not to. Matthews and Marner have spent the last few seasons being incredibly productive players capable of scoring at a 90-point pace. Yes.
I do agree with that.
And then he said, most sensible people know this team is probably too good to miss the playoffs bracket, even though they haven't looked close to that yet, close bracket. But so far, they've proven absolutely nothing regarding whether they'll actually do anything if they get there. It's hard to relax when that is the case, even if a regular season turnaround is likely. And that sentence is why I'm concerned about the core as it stands. And I know we're all like, here's the thing. People think when I dare to criticize the Leafs or dare to criticize Dubas, it's that I don't like them. You know, there are people in this market that legitimately have never liked Kyle Dubas since the day he walked in.
Because of like his face.
Yes, he's young and I don't like him. And I want to punch him in the face with my words because I'm a bad writer.
Okay, so tell me about this new Leafs GM. He's young. Fuck it.
Yeah. Already I don't like him.
Asshole. Nice sweater, young asshole.
He does have a great
sweater. Do you want to play with... Sorry.
So the thing is, it's not a... Like, if you listen to any show we've ever done up until the last little bit...
We apologize.
I've been pro-Dubas.
Oh.
But I'm still... For once, I just don't know what the next step here is. And I think it has to start with the Leafs actually turning it around on the ice. You saw the game versus Detroit. I'm curious to hear what you guys think because it looked really good. But to me, again, the Leafs cannot put 60 minutes together. I don't know why.
So just to comment on Dom's article, we're aligned on the Leafs regressing and their shooting will get better and they'll score goals with far more ease. We're not as aligned on how that's going to happen.
Okay.
I still don't think the last couple games, they have looked dangerous. But, oh boy, previous to that, I'm just not seeing it. I'm seeing lots of shots. I'm seeing lots of possession. I'm seeing
clean looks, to quote Sheldon Keefe.
And then David Alter the other day tweets like, oh man, it's another game where they had a bunch of shots and a bunch of possession and none of it looked dangerous at all. And I'm just like, oh, Dave, welcome to the resistance, buddy. But to me, the big problem was their neutral zone defense, I feel like, is pretty good. They do a good job of cutting the other team off before they get into the offensive zone. And they limit them in that regard. Holy shit, once it gets beyond the blue line, though, it is a problem. Mm-hmm. It is not good. I'm trying to remember the defenseman who Joe Velino cooked alive. They did not look good. They did not look good at all. And they have struggled this year and forever to beat teams convincingly when they should. So let's go back a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh, missing 5 guys, but they're all pro athletes. They had 3 days rest. The Leafs had played the night before. Okay, Pittsburgh kills them 7-1. You should never lose 7-1 under any circumstances, but they did. Using that logic, the next weekend, the Detroit Red Wings, who had played the night before, were on the road, were missing their leading scorer because he's a silly goose, should get annihilated by the Toronto Maple Leafs, who are at home and rested and healthy. It was 5-4.
But it was 5-1 for a while, wasn't it?
No, it was
4-1.
The Leafs went up 3-1, Red Wings score.
Mm-hmm.
Leafs go up 4-2, Red Wings score. Leafs go up 5-3, and with less than 30 seconds to go. Like, I can't, with a 2-goal lead and 30 seconds left, I should be able to confidently leave that building. And you just can't. I should be able to shut it off. And you can't. Advertisers love the Toronto Maple Leafs because you can't shut their games off. You cannot. You can't miss a single commercial break. You can't, because you never know when they're about to absolutely shit themselves. And like, you already got people questioning Peter Mrazek.
I mean, it's not fair. He got a groin injury in the first game. Like, come on.
Like, but I'm looking at it and I'm like, what is he supposed to do? What is he supposed to do? They look like the 18-19 Leafs, who you might recall were also not good enough. Like the 17-18, 18-19 Leafs scored a ton of goals, allowed a ton of goals. That's what they've looked like the past couple games. And this is why Sheldon Keefe preaches so much about process versus results, because the Leafs have really needed these past couple wins against Chicago and Detroit. But the wins that they got against Chicago, who are in last place, and against Detroit, who have started the season well, but should have gotten blown up on Saturday, those are not playoff wins. Now, should we be expecting playoff wins in October? Maybe not. But they don't look close. Like, they don't look close to what they need to be. Maybe you're just never going to get that in October.
Yeah, maybe not. Maybe not.
But I would like to see some glimpses of it.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be cool.